Welcome to your grand finals for YCS Osaka, Japan. Make sure you guys smash the like and grab out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So this is Labrynth versus Ryzeal, and there is a really big misplay that occurs in here that does skew the game. We'll talk more about that when this actually comes up, but you're going to see EX dropping Meteor Logic, our favorite play in the world. They're going to go ahead and imperm that. Okay, I see you, Labrynth. Not too gosh darn bad of a play. I love that. We're going to go ahead and see the 7th Tachyon come on down here, revealing 104 to go get Ice out of the deck. I love being able to have Ice be our normal summon so that we can actually play the game. All right, and we've already got one piece on the field. So let's stack the one back, which is fine. Alright, so now we go ahead and deploy Ice effect to special summon from the deck, which I assume that we get up. Okay, there's the good card. Alright, so we get to go ahead and get our search out of the deck here, which is another EX, which is fine. So now we're going to go ahead and Aria's discard here, which is going to allow us to set a trap card, and we can use that trap card this turn, which Labyrinth opened up a pretty strong hand here, actually. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and, what trap are we going to set? Hey, look, it's a trap trick. Alright, so this gets us now utility access to anything in our deck. You could get D-Barrier here, but Destructive Daruma Cannon is going to be a better call, actually. So having the Destructive be playable here, we'll go ahead and flip down all of these Labrynth monsters, or all of the Ryzeal monsters, so we don't have to deal with these actually, you know, trying to turn into like an SP Little Knight or something, you know, a little bit wild, which you can't anyway because you're locked. But we do see Labrynth going ahead and Pot of Prosperity here. We are going to lose 6 cards out of our extra deck, which I don't think we really care too much except for Chaos Angel at this point. I also assume that you don't want your opponent generating too much advantage here, because this Pot of Prosperity could turn into something pretty nasty. We've already got 2 cards here, so I think you have to waste the Ash Blossom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and blow the Ash here on this, and then we'll go ahead and set one and pass turn on over to our opponent. Oh, this is not looking too good for Labrynth at this stage. You know, one of those interesting little loops. Now, we can actually flip back up these monsters. There is nothing preventing us from actually doing that. All right, we'll go ahead and flip up 1. Go ahead and flip up 2. So now we're going to go ahead and Trap Trick again. All right, so you got a couple of decisions to make here, but we're going to grab the D-Barrier here, and this D-Barrier is going to start to do a lot of what we need it to do, all right, which is locking. You also do see down comes the Labrynth monster here, which is going to be an insanely large help for this, because this is where we start to get into the fun stuff of what Labrynth actually likes to do, which is pulling up all of its trap cards to do the thing. So you see the D-Barrier here, you see the chain, and this is the what I would consider the turning point out of this game, where you're going to start to see, you know, we'll get our welcome Labyrinth set up here. The D-Barrier is going to go ahead and lock us. Ryzeal cannot touch Labrynth at this point, which is nuts. Especially you have the trap trick being pulled up here instead of the welcome Labyrinth. Oh, that's super good. All right, well, you've got to deal with this huge boss monster, Ryzeal, and I don't think you have a way to necessarily do that, which is going to put this into a little bit of a grind game. So you are going to go ahead and set 1 here. Very interesting. All right, so we've done it. We've established what we needed to do. So we'll go ahead and draw here. All right, so now we just got to start to generate Labrynth good stuff. All right, go to attack mode. All right, so we can go ahead and attack into the first EX going down here. So now it's a slow, steady grind of what can our Labrynth monsters do to our opponent to start to put us into a better position. So we're going to go ahead and Trap Trick here. We'll chain up the Labrynth here. Go ahead and getting us another resource from the deck. We have so many trap cards here at our disposal. This is good. So we have another Destructive Daruma Cannon coming on up here. All right. And then, of course, we're getting this Welcome loaded on up here. This is looking pretty good. All right. So all of our trap cards are set. Time to go ahead and control the game here. All right. We'll get this free Arias back as well. Oh, that's really good. We'll go ahead and attack into the face down. All right. We'll take care of that. So now we took care of 2 monsters on the opponent's field. That's what you want to be seeing at this point. We're controlling the game relatively well. There's nothing too crazy happening here. Labrynth making the comeback of the year as it should be. So, what are we gonna do about this? Because you're just gonna get actually there's Ryzeal's in a really bad position now. This is one of the bigger issues that I think that I could have seen. So we're going to go ahead and flip this Fulawas here. All right, so we're kind of in this awkward position of, okay, what can Fulawas do to try to bring this game back? All right, I mean, you can access a rank 4 for sure, but you do see the bounce back there, taking care of the Fulawas. Interesting choice, because you can't bounce back the other one because it'll get a search on summon. All right, and that's not something that you can really do. So you are going to see the Fulawas come back to the field here, which, hey, you know what? That's fine. Now keep in mind, this is a high-stakes game. This is the finals. All right, I can understand the pressure. The duelist on the right has been shaking a lot. This is one of those situations that the pressure is going to get to you, and he's going to make a Dreadnader here. Now, if you've read Dreadnader, you know that this requires 2 Ryzeal monsters to make. This is actually where the illegal play begins. That is going to skew this game out of control in a very, very unfair way. And it's one of those situations that you can't really... being into the semifinals of a YCS, I can tell you, your nerves are shocked. You know, there's a lot of a situation that you're just very nervous. And it's a real shame that, you know, the judges didn't catch this here, because at this point, this would have been a really easy rewindable game state, and they could have corrected this on stream, and there wouldn't have been much of an issue here. But we have now established this Dreadnader. He gets to attack over the lab, which is a real shame, by the way, that we can do that. I swear we've double-checked this a couple times to verify, but that's okay. All right, we've done our part. So I'm going to continue to go through this illegal game state, and honestly, Labyrinth should have had this game. This game was over. I guess they could have made Exciton Knight, maybe, but the Exciton Knight would have actually just cleaned things up. There's not really... This Dreadnader's got 2 pops / 2 protections on it, which is not the worst, and it can also turn into a Zeus. You're going to see the Arias here go to defense mode to try to defend things off. A draw pass on over to the opponent here, or the pass draw. All right, so we just Dreadnader continue to attack, because we have 3 cards in hand. There can't be anything too much here. So we'll go ahead and attack on into this. All right. We'll get some sort of advantage off of this, I suppose. Free battle. If they chain anything, we get a free pop. Sure. I mean, we just go after the other face down, so it'll force both of them up. So yeah, we do lose the Arias there. Not the worst thing in the world, but we're still in a really bad position because of this Dreadnader, when we were in such a comeback situation. So you do see the pass there. All right, Ryzeal drawing to 4 cards in hand. That's actually kind of insane at this point. All right, go ahead and attack for 3k. All right, so we're going down to yield 5,000 here. All right, sure. The Dreadnader pass is doing what it needs to do, I guess. I guess the only thing we got to do is stack up some hand traps, kind of wait for a welcome Labyrinth to come down over here. So you do see our green maid being deployed out here. All right, which will get us a little bit of advantage. All right, just verifying everything up here to how these cards work. All right. Are we going to Dreadnader pop one of the back rows on the activation of this? It looks like we are going to Dreadnader pop, because you got to be very careful with the Dreadnader here. You want to make sure that, you know, it can do what it needs to do. So we are going to go ahead and chain to target the face down, which is fine. All right, Arias is going to go ahead and attempt to come on out here. And welcome back, Arias. How are you, my dear friend? I'll go ahead and take the free pop. We do lose the Destructive Daruma Cannon, which is fine. Up comes the welcome here. I would have argued you could have Destructive Daruma'd it down and then dealt with it that way, but that was... I guess we aren't getting back our Arias. Ugh, that's a little bit annoying. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I guess we're Dreadnadering again here? Nope, we are not. All right, what are we going to do here? All right, so we have the welcome. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and pop the other face down. Okay, well, that's fine, I suppose. All right, we are going to go ahead and imperm the Dreadnader, which, okay, that's good. All right, so we do have this welcome coming on up here. What can we grab off of this? We'll go ahead and grab up an Arias. Okay, so we have a Chaos Angel that we can make here, because we have all the conditions made for the big goddess themselves. So we'll go ahead and synchro on into the Chaos Angel. All right, that's made with 2 darks. All right, so Chaos Angel, we'll go ahead and we can eat off the Dreadnader. All right, and there's the Ogre. Ugh, that Ogre is critical. That's crazy that they had that. But All right. Well, nice. So what's going to end up happening here is time's going to get called here, and Ryzeal is going to be declared the victor even after that. Very, very interesting misplay. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.